So in the last session, we learned how to make the magic ring, which we closed up. But closing it up by pulling the string, the shorter string, it's not enough to close that round. The way to close the round is to look for the first stitch that was made in that round and close it up with a slip stitch. So what do we call a slip stitch? We go into the V as always, which makes the first stitch. Now we yarn over to bring in the loop. In this case, you just pull through the loop. Now I repeat, I'm going to lose this again. We close this round up. We're going to close this round up with a slip stitch. How do we make a slip stitch? It's called a slip stitch because you slip it through the top of the stitch. So I go into the first V, which is this one. I yarn over to bring in this loop and then slip it through the loop that was on my crochet hook. I repeat the last time. I'm going to lose this out now. So this was the last stitch that we made in this round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the first stitch that was made in the round. I'm going to yarn over. I said again, let's go through that again. This is the last stitch that was made in this round before we pulled the magic ring, the yarn of the magic ring. Yeah, this was the last stitch we made before we pulled the yarn of the magic ring. Now I'll just go into the first stitch that was made in that round. I'm going to yarn over, bring in this loop and slip it through that loop. So I'm not yarning over twice. I'm only yarning over to bring in the loop, and I slip that loop through the loop on the crochet hook. I repeat again. I go in there, yarn over to bring in this loop, and I just slip that loop through the loop that was on the previous stitch.